Hola! I wanted to share with you because I've been thinking about it so much, and I just want to share in case you guys are going through the same thing. I can help you, and you can help me as well. Because 100,000 heads think more than one. Last week on Saturday, I don't know, it was like 6 in the morning. The phone rings, and I'm like half asleep. I was actually dreaming. I was having a very nice dream actually, and I look at the phone and I see the name of my husband, who's supposed to be sleeping next to me, and then I'm like, huh? And then I like raise, put my hand to the side, and I see that he's not there. I was like, what the heck? So I literally like trying to answer, hello, and he's like, baby, can you come to the living room? I was like, what? So I hang up and I stand up and I go to the living room. Keep this in mind, I live in a one-bedroom apartment, 800 and I don't know, 111 square feet, around that. And so I wake up and I go, and he's like with like two, three blankets, and he's like literally sweating, and he's like, I don't know what's going on. I've been in the restroom. I the whole night. My stomach hurts. And I was like, what the? So, I mean, I'm trying to wake up and trying to make sense of these. And obviously, it's what's happening right now, coronavirus. He has all the symptoms. I, checked his temperature. He wasn't as hot, but again, I'm not a doctor at all. Believe me, no. It's like, oh my God. Um, so I give him water. It's like, you need to drink a lot of water. Let me, como yo típica latina, that's like, ¿qué te tengo para darle té? My mom been telling me to drink a glass of water and put a little bit of baking soda, just a little bit, and drink that every morning. So I alternate between baking soda or apple cider vinegar or limonada. So one day I take the cup of water with baking soda. Another day I do the apple cider vinegar. The other day I do limonada. Yeah, me lo tomo. And then I just alternate. But he never listens to me. So I give him that, and he's still feeling very sick. Like like the apartment is nice. Like I'm always cold, and he was sweating. He's the one who's always hot. He never sleeps with blankets, and he had two thick blankets on top of him, with fever. So he finally got an appointment with one of like the Ready clinics. So he went around 6, and so he had all the symptoms. He had a fever, but his test came out negative. But the doctor said, this is normal. Tests come out negative, so you need to stay home. You need to quarantine. You probably have the virus. So he comes home, he tells me that. I feel relieved because he's negative, but then he still has all the symptoms, and he was exposed to someone who had it on that week on Wednesday. So it's like I treated it, and how they recommend to treat it, like if you did had the virus. So what do you do? So here's my question. What do you do when you live in one tiny apartment? I thought about, when we were one of my friends, and my friend said, yeah, I have amazing friends. But then the doctor said, she's like, well, she's already been exposed. You already had, you were already with her Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, this morning. I mean, he slept, whatever time he was in the bed with me, he slept with me. So I had already been exposed. And the doctor said, oh, pérense, this is what bothered me. So the doctor said, she's like, well, don't she shouldn't go to anywhere, because that's how things spread. That's how it spread at the beginning. In primer lugar, it spread because people, oh, he has it, let me go to the other house, and then they had already been exposed, and they go to the other house, everybody else get in this house, pues así, so the doctor said she needs to stay there, and then the doctor went ahead and said que le dijo, well, honestly, like, you should be glad that you got it already, because you don't have to worry about it, because there's research that shows that if you get it once, you don't get it again. So it's better if you just get it already. So that got me so upset. So upset because, okay, yes, I get her point, right? You get it, you don't have to worry about it, we go back to life. But one, you don't know if you're gonna get, you're gonna get it, and there's people who don't feel anything. But then there's people who get sick and they died. How many deaths? There's people that, young people that, they have to go on dialysis, that they have serious issues, that might mark them for the rest of their life. Así que for her as a doctor to say that, it bothered me because she probably, I mean, thanks God no one in my family had it, but I'm just thinking about those people who are going through that some people who lost someone, and you just don't know how your body's gonna react. You don't know. And yes, yeah, everybody should get it. Yeah, okay, yes, because we go back to normal and that's it. Es como el chicken pox, creo, ¿verdad? Chicken pox or paperas, eso, you get it once, you don't have to worry about it anymore. People are dying in the thousands, and you don't know who gets it and who doesn't get it. And that's you don't have no idea if how your body's gonna react, and people are and for her to say that, oh, me enojó mucho. Like as a doctor, she probably doesn't have anybody that had it, and if she had somebody that had it and that and died or something happened, she shouldn't be saying that. Anyways, that got me very upset. But yes, so just let me know what you think about that. I'm open-minded, so if you think opposite than me, or you might have another perspective, that's fine. I would love to hear, because I do want to learn from other people, from their experiences. I've been very blessed that my husband came out negative. He did have the symptoms for like 4 days, and every day it was less and less and less. And I haven't had somebody close to me that has had it hard, but I seen on social media how people died. Some of my acquaintances, that their family members died. So I don't know, I just put myself in their shoes. So yes, so going back, how to deal with having your husband sick. And then so he comes home, and so what am I gonna do? Like, I'm not feeling symptoms. I was super healthy, I feeling well, working out super hard, and I was breathing well. It was good. And obviously I didn't want to get it exposed even more. But even though it's like 99% that if he had it, I had it, even though I didn't feel symptoms, but still I just wanted to be careful. So not being able to touch him, not being able to really get close to him, and to sleep with him. I'm gonna be honest, it was this past week. Look at my ojeras, look. It's because I haven't been able to sleep this past week, because one, the stress, two, I'm used to having him next to me, that I'm like, so it was hard. He can be in one room. He feels like claustrophobic. So he was in the living room, and that wasn't something else. Like, I felt guilty. Like, he was in the living room. It was so much guilt, so much stress, and I was still working. And I'm not used to. He's very helpful. He cooks. He helps me clean. We take turns with the cooking and everything like that. And we take turns, and not him, like, it's like, don't touch it, don't do that. And it was so stressful, because I was cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and like, I need water, and obviously I wanted to help him, because he was sick. But it was so stressful, and still working. And it was a nightmare week. But it was so difficult. Like, people are they say, oh, you're quarantined in one room. Well, which room? We have one room. We have one restroom. We have a small kitchen. If it's everything's like, you, it's so difficult, especially for those people who live in apartments. Um, yeah, young people. Something else that really, really, really stressed me out. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. Is that um, in March he actually quit his job 2 weeks before all this happened to start our dream, to start building our dream, which is our own business. So he's a physical therapist. Like, let's put the physical therapy clinic. And then 2 weeks later, all this happened. So thanks God. I mean, we've been able to eat and pay their bills. I mean, I'm still working, but him having to stay home when you're you own your business. If you're not working, you don't make money, especially if you don't have no staff. So he had to close the clinic for a whole week, and no income at that moment. But obviously our priority is our help and our health and the health of our patients. I mean, that's why he got in that career, to help people, to make people better. And definitely we didn't want him to go and get people sick, because it's totally opposite to what we do. But so being young, living in small apartments like these, how do we even deal with these? Like I was cleaning with Clorox. Like, there was a point when my nose like was hurting. And then my mom said, Mija, that's just gonna, like, it's gonna make your immune system weaker. So I stopped. And by Thursday I was like, you know what? I'm done cleaning. Like, I'm done cleaning that like, if I'm gonna get sick, I'm gonna get hit, and that's what God wants. Because it was stressful. I mean, I was still working full time from home, cleaning the house like triple time, cooking everything, doing everything, and being extra attentive with my husband because I wanted him to feel well. Not being able to sleep the whole night. So how do you even do that? And I want to give it to all those women that have kids. Hijola, you are my hero. If you're dealing with this with your husband, or you by yourself, or one of your kids, and you still, Dios mío, you're my hero. Please tell me how you do it, because for me, it's been very emotional. All this week, it's been a little hard. So I just wanted to share with you guys that y'all are not alone. Definitely this feeling that we have here of uncertainty, of it's like I'm constantly nervous. It's, I don't know how to express, but it's hard. So but we're in this together. I'm feeling it. If you're feeling it, we're here to help each other. That's why I wanted to do this YouTube, because I wanted to share. And because there might be more people with that. I wish I had a house with 3 rooms, and he could be in one room, I could be in another one, but that's not the case. We only had literally the room, which is like next to the living room, and that's it. And all the noise and everything. That was something else. I'm working from home, so I have like ton of meetings like everybody else, like Zoom meetings and video meetings, and him all sick, like having to listen to this. I will put the headphones, but he can still hear me talk. So it's a struggle. It's been a struggle. I can't believe it's already 6 months, almost 6 months. Yeah, so I just wanted to share my story. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate. If you have any questions, let me know. So yeah, check out all the other videos. I'm just starting this because I want to share my experience, because more people, more people might be going through these. And so yeah.